You're at your gate at the airport. I sit down 2 chairs away. On my carry-on is this. This is an IAEM handle cover, and they're great. I can readily pick out my gray bag in a sea of gray bags. It shows that I belong, and sometimes, just sometimes, they inspire an opening question. What is IAEM? Any organization that recruits or has members have been trying to figure this messaging out for decades. If I just parrot messaging language, it won't be conversational. For instance, the International Association of Emergency Managers is the premier professional organization for people in all industries that are responsible for preparing for disasters and emergencies. That's what I say to close the conversation, not open it, because people outside of our field don't know how to unpack that. So I may say, this is the professional association for people who go toward the tornado, hurricane, earthquake to help. And when we come together in meetings, trainings, and conferences, we learn incredible things with and from each other. That's more interesting. Each of us need to have our personal story ready to message about IAEM, and it needs to be compelling and upbeat. We are in the midst of what some say is an unprecedented time. COVID shook up a lot of our world and how we consider our place in it. Some have really pulled back to their home area. It also deeply impacted many budgets. So whether you're a current member who's reconsidering your investment, or you're not a member and can't see a good reason to invest in your career, I just want you to know that it's worth it. $195 a year, less than auto insurance, or $16.25 a month. That's a single sit-down lunch, and trust me, we could all use some of those right now. Or 54 cents per day. That is less than a Mickey D's coffee. My last employer didn't pay dues for conferences. I chose to invest in myself because I know the power of networking and learning, not to mention giving back. My first conference was in Dallas in 2004, and I will never forget it because we had a fire alarm to kick off the event. Woohoo! Good times. If we were together today, you'd hear a groan from our colleagues who were there. So it went off, and I am not proud to say that we looked around at each other as if to say, do we really need to evacuate here? We had to go downstairs, 29 floors from the welcome reception on Sunday night with a drink, some of us in heels, and that's a shared story. We're human, and our shared history matters to us. So I paid for a membership, and I met some people. There are social times at these events. Hang around, talk to people, spend some time being a part of the organization, because those scheduled events lead to after-hours social. Once, I was lucky enough to be invited to a karaoke party that the late, great Doc put together at a conference. Not only did we get to let off some steam, we spent a couple hours having fun, getting to know each other and not working. I also met this guy at a conference. He convinced me that both of us needed to join the conference committee. So I did, and he did not. I was working with a big group of people that I didn't know at all. He made it up to me when he introduced me to a program coordinator at Texas A&M Extension. I'm still on their payroll and ready to get back to work. You may have noticed that he got on the committee, and he's now our chair. He has brought great people onto the committee and made room for great people who volunteered. And I get to know all of them. COVID hit, and I had a question related to higher education emergency management. So I got in touch with David, and lo and behold, I was rocking answers. Then I had a question related to healthcare, so I reached out to Andy, and lo and behold, I was rocking answers. Yeah, I know, these are seasoned guys, like the good old boys club. Well, this is my adopted daughter, Abby. Abby got me home and up the steps, down the steps, up the steps, and down the steps in Savannah when I seriously sprained my ankle at conference 4 years ago. Plus, Abby is my go-to for all things extension, rural, and ag. If I have a need, I reach out and I'm rocking. Now, this lovely lady, Noel, served on the conference committee, and that's where we learned that we share our birthday. It's so fun. But more than that, you may have seen her on our stage. She's exceptional. And if I need a speaker, I just reach out and she's rocking. Yeah, I know. Still not diverse enough, right? Okay, so you may have met Peter at the tech area at the conference. He also runs the conference newsletter. So when I have a tech question or need newsletter support, yup, rockin'. But more than that, Peter serves on our diversity committee, and he's a great go-to for me there. Now, Susamma served as the conference chair too. She has a solid gold heart and a passion for equity and health, but not straight up public health. So if I have a race conversation question or a human trafficking question or a social dimensions question, I reach out to Susamma and I am rocking my learning. As if relationships aren't enough to maintain a membership, IAEM offers continuing education, webinars, regional conferences, committee work, the ability to influence our field through service. Did you know that you can follow the lead of each of these great people and volunteer to serve on a caucus or committee? Do you have a great idea? Do you want to see a change? Come on, get involved. Members are working every day from their home areas in support of us all. Just go to the caucus or committee page on the website to get the primary person's contact information. I maintain my IAEM membership because I get to give back to my chosen profession, and I get back so much more. We are stronger together, and my tribe could never be big enough. And that, my friends, is well worth 54 cents a day. Thank you.